Hi friends, it's Julia. Welcome to a new project. This one is Scrap Saturday. I know a lot of people are doing it. I'm going to join in on the bandwagon, but not formally. Y'all know me. I just don't feel like I can commit formally to a project. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. If I don't. I won't. Anywho, so Scrap Saturday, the idea is you pull a ton of scraps and you make a layout, right? So I have had this pouch of scrap sitting over on my desk, or beside my desk for a long time, over by my die cutter actually. And I had originally had a bunch of circles and different dies cut out of it, just from the scraps. I had put a huge kit together at one point, and then I set those scraps to the side, and then I had another kit with the same feel, and then another kit, and it all got added in. Initially, I was just taking pieces of paper, and like this was from one kit, right? This is what I had scrap-wise from that one kit, and then the papers were getting in my way, so then I started incorporating everything into here. So I have tons, and I have them, you can see I have them stacked, the small ones in front to the larger ones in the back. But there's any number of colors and themes here. So what I have done is I have gone to Page Maps, found a sketch, and it's from January of 2023, and it actually has like some smaller pieces on it that would work well with scraps. So I thought, well, why don't I just pull that together? So I've gone through all of this conglomeration and I've pulled different things. I have one of these larger background papers. It's an 8x8, maybe a Stampin' Up. I don't see any markings on here, but that doesn't mean anything. I remember it came with an 8x8 album. There was a whole pack of papers, and yeah, I've used them partially. So I pulled that to go along with my photo, and then these are just some different bits and pieces that I have pulled out of there. I kind of ran with this piece with the different color scheme to it. Different color scheme to it. It has a little bit of blue, it has a little bit of green, it has a little bit of orange, maybe a little bit of yellow feel. So I just pulled in some different pieces of paper that I thought might work to create some little squares along the bottom of the photo. Along with this one, these will make some cute border strips maybe. These are for little squares. And then I pulled this gray because, of course, this background is a gray tone. These are not the same color grays, but it has the same feels, if you will. This is more in line with the background color here, but this lighter tone, I feel like I can make a title out of. Whether it is stamping directly on here to create my title or die cutting out, which is what I'm leaning towards. I just have to find the right size alphabet to work with. Anywho, give me a second and I will start putting this all together and we'll see what I come up with. I am going to put you on fast forward through this whole process and put some music on to play. I'm not much of one for doing voiceovers anymore. It just takes so much time to get that done. So I'll put some music on, work through the process, and then yeah, once I get it out to you guys, you can enjoy all the faffing around without having to sit and watch in time with me. Anywho guys, I appreciate you for being here, and give me a second. Okay, friends, it's done. I don't have that many embellishments on here, but I feel like the paper does most of the talking for me. You can see I took that scrap, that border strip, and used my Fiskars punch, just the scallop edge, and did that with that little border strip, and I cut it in half and used a bit at the bottom, a bit at the top. Then the floral border strip, I did the same thing, cut it in half, a little at the top and a little at the bottom. Used some embellishments, epoxy. These are from Chickadee. Jolly Good enamel stars, and then Scrumptious enamel stars. So I used a little bit from each package. I pulled these three things, the bow, the watermelon slice, and then this phrase here, from this bowl of leftover bits and pieces that I received at a retreat off the Don't Want table, the swap table. So I grabbed that from there and used some pieces from here. I think both of these are from Kelly Pyron, and I think Pam maybe did these cut-aparts. Anywho, the other thing that I did was I pulled in this older Quick Cuts alphabet, and there's some additional dies in here called Wildflower. Y'all, this is an old set. I've had it for years and years. This is one of my favorite fonts, and I have used it a ton, and so I pulled it out and used it because that's one of my goals this year, is to use my dies a little bit more. Once you get them cut out with the Quick Cuts, you can run them through the Xyron sticker maker, and then you get this, you peel it back and you have adhesive stickers. So you can punch it out multiple times and then have layered stickers where they have more texture to them. So that's one thing to do. The other thing is you can put adhesive paper through there and cut them on that with the adhesive already on. Whichever way you decide to do, I mean, that's the beauty of having the dies. So anyway, this layout is done. It is another one for the album, and it is my first Scrap Saturday. Totally scraps layout. The only thing that I can count towards my paper goal is this one sheet of cardstock in the background. All the other pieces were cut into and from my scrap bin. I still have quite a few to put back, and that's okay. If I can find a use for them, I will, and I'll use them. If not, then, you know, it's no biggie at some point if I can toss them. So anywho, these are going back in the file to maybe use on a different layout. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, I'll have close-ups of the layout at the end of the video if you're interested in seeing some of those. And I will see you guys on my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.